mention a certain age, and I know one of the things we wanted to do is maybe it's a tough question to ask, and it's purely opinion. Obviously, there's no right answer, I'd imagine.
Tell me.
But if you had to pick your top five 18-year-olds, let's pick on the 18-year-olds this time. If you had to pick your top five 18-year-olds right now, who would it be? Who would they be?
Well, do you want from? So number one, for sure, I'm saying Ansu Fati
Okay.
because I know the injury is having a it wasn't the timing of the injury was so unfortunate because he was with these unreal numbers for a 17-year-old at Barcelona. But
Yep.
my list would be number one, Fati, two, Jude Bellingham with the
Oh,
coldest celebration in the Champions League history of a youngster. Uh,
yeah.
Number three, Pedri. I'd go Pedri because Pedri has stepped up for Barcelona immensely, and I wasn't expecting it to be so fast.
Hmm.
And the link up with Messi, beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, Four, I'm going to say Camavinga.
Okay.
Camavinga. I because of the Camavinga I saw last year. I'm going
Hmm.
mainly because he
Hmm.
was so good in Liga last season, and he was one of the main reasons, one of the catalysts for them to go to the Champions League
Yeah.
and having the money to sign a Jeremy Doku, which is 18 years old too.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna put at number five, Florian Wirtz,
Oh, okay.
because yes, I do see a very good future for Florian Wirtz
I would.
because I think I'm not saying he's the next Havertz, which Havertz could be Wonderkid of the week. I'm just saying, uh, but
That's fair.
uh, but Wirtz is he's technically gifted. His vision and timing. That's what I love to see with a youngster,
Sure.
a Cam. If his timings of pass of getting the ball is all going smoothly, and for such a at such a young age to look like what you're doing is easy, that's one of the intangibles I see straight away. And
Sure.
Florian Wirtz has that. I know it's bold to put him at five ahead of a Jeremy Doku, a Gio Reyna, and all those names,
Yeah.
but I feel like he deserves it. And
Yeah.
Fabio Silva too. Fabio Silva, he deserves to
That's
be in
right.
there as
No,
well.
no Portuguese in there, and you also didn't say Nuno
Nuno
Mendes, which
Mendes and Nuno Mendes.
is
Well,
pretty surprising.
if yeah, you got me there. I should have said Nuno Mendes maybe just to up the Portuguese stock, but I do, and he is one of the best left backs in under 20 left backs in the world. But I just wanted to. I feel like these five long term
Yeah.
are gonna be insane. Are gonna be
Highest
insane.
ceiling, highest
Yeah.
ceiling for sure. And I mean, I was going to save you there because technically, I don't think Jude Bellingham has turned 18 yet.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
So
So he's actually ahead of his game.
he is. Oh,
So
he for sure is ahead of his game. Yeah, it's well, and you're also not. You have no flair for the drama. You started with one and went down to five. That's not how it's supposed to work, Alex. Come on. Um,
true.
Five. All right, here's my five. Five. I'm gonna go. We got to have some differences here, but I'm gonna go with Ryan Gravenberch. Believe it or not, he was handed the keys to the midfield Ajax this year, and he really wasn't that good for some stretch of the year. In fact, Ajax fans will tell you that the promise was always there: the physicality, the IQ, the vision. Consistency was definitely off for a good part of the year, but man, did he really put it together in the end of the Eredivisie. Nearing the end of the Eredivisie season, and he capped off a very good season with, I believe it's their 35th Eredivisie title, right?
Okay.
And there he is, center. He pretty much runs the show, and it's pretty awesome to see. But it's also nice to have guys like Dusan Tadic and Anthony and all those that cast of characters around him. So Gravenberg's five for me, and that's over Camavinga for me, which is interesting. But with Camavinga, yeah, if we were basing him off of last year's form, Camavinga would be in there, and he probably should be 4, 5, maybe even 3. I don't know. This is why it's so damn hard. But 4 is Musiala for me, just because to go to to go to a setup like Bayern and work your way in, and to go basically for free, right?
Yeah.
Go there for free and work yourself into the type of good graces he worked himself into with Hansi Flick, and show what he has shown in the limited minutes he's received so far. It just you see like the tight dribbling. He's pretty relentless. He is has a flair for the theatrics, and can do some things that just you don't expect from an 18-year-old. I'm excited to see, now that he's got his international future decided, I'm excited to see what he can obviously bring from here on out, and working more in that setup, and working now with Nagelsmann. So 3, and this might be a little high, and there's definitely a little bias there. I'm gonna go with Gio Reyna. A lot of that has to do with the fact, same way Musiala is up there. He did not walk into this 11. He did not walk into the 18 at Dortmund. But he is, if you, from an American perspective, he is taking Christian Pulisic, who is widely, seen as has the potential to be the best U.S. player of all time. Okay, and he is essentially matching, if not exceeding, his numbers at Dortmund so far. And more so, I'm putting him there because of the potential. I mean, he's strong for his age. He's tall. He's fast. He's technical. Again, he's learning as he goes, but he does not look out of place in any way, shape, or form. Definitely got tired earlier in the year, but I mean, obviously there's a little bias there, but you got to agree a little bit with Reyna, right?
I agree. No, I don't agree with Reyna above Wirtz, but I do respect your choice, and I do think Gio Reyna is going to be a talented. It's going to nurture himself to a fantastic player in the future, for sure.
Good. All right. Well, 2. This is where my controversy comes in, and this obviously has to do with, yes, him being injured. Ansu Fati is my 2. Not because he doesn't have the potential, not because he wasn't flipping amazing in what we've seen, but a lot of that has to do with he's not going to be back for a while. He's just not. And I don't know. I would hope that because he's so young, because he's resolute and resilient, I'm hoping that he gets back to where he was and then just picks up where he left off. But based on how long he's been out, I don't think it's, naive of us. Yeah, I don't think it's naive of us to think that it's going to take a little time. So that's why Pedri is number 1 for me. And, if you saw him with Las Palmas, he had, I think they played him on the wing sometimes. They played him. He's got versatility that that Barcelona has used, but mostly what I've been impressed with him about is he's got the dribbling, he's got the vision, the IQ, all that good stuff, right? All that football manager attribute stuff that we like to throw around. But the biggest thing that I've been enjoying with Pedri is his improvement on his defensive game. Okay. Obviously being in the Barcelona setup, you are expected to relentlessly press. And that is not something he necessarily did at Las Palmas, but he is everywhere, or he tries to be everywhere. He is not the finished product in any way, shape, or form. He's small. I think that's probably Napoleonic complex thing working here. Small guy liking another small guy. But, his balance, everything is improving. He's obviously learning from one of the best, and one of the best, let's be honest, he's probably the best. But that's a whole nother show too.
Christian.
Yep.
Christian.
Yeah. We'll fight about that later. But Pedri is one that I'm incredibly excited, because they're going to hand over that is his team from here on out. It remains to be seen where they're going to go with it. But he's got all the qualities, man.